According to reports by the European Centre for Research, Training and Development, 80% of Nigeria's farmers are smallholder farmers, but they produce below their capacity because of the numerous challenges that they face. Lois Sankey, the head of Agrifinance, Emerging Businesses at Diamond Bank, joins us now to explore how we can unlock the potential of Nigeria's smallholder farmers. Lois, thank you so much for being a part of our show today.
Thank you for having me.
So, what I want to understand right now is the situation for smallholder farmers in the country.
Well, like you said, 80% of our agriculture is managed by smallholders. The farmers are generally living daily with a lot of challenges. And with these challenges, they have to take decisions that affect their farming operations. And most of them are on the edge of poverty. All of these challenges are generally can be called weather, diseases, and market. And they affect every part of the value chain. And the farmer is crouched right in the middle of all these challenges. There are biological challenges, natural resources, logistics, infrastructure, policy and institutional challenges, weather, information and technology, price and economic issues. All of this affect the Nigerian smallholder farmer, who contributes most of what we eat, what we export, what we feed to our industries. Therefore, it's a huge challenge, and it's important that we face this conversation properly and go beyond conversation and take action to improve the capacity of these smallholder farmers to be better productive, to be able to know what they're going to, their yield will be, what prices they are likely going to get for their harvest, and have some voice in how these things affect them. And we need to put them in coordinated groups. As individuals, they don't have any strength. The buyers offer anything they want at will. And that's why we have high post-harvest losses. And then they don't know what they're going to get, and their lives are really challenged.
Okay, Lois, if I could just come in here, what programs exist to assist these farmers, and what institutions are responsible or should be in the forefront of this?
The programs are available, but not enough. One program that stands out that has just started in 2015 is the Anchor Borrower program, for instance, which is targeted at providing financing to groups of farmers in specific value chains of considered economic advantage to the country in terms of food security, industrial development, and then improving the livelihood of the farmers, like rice, cassava, and coal. Now, the Anchor Borrower is the program that the government came up with in 2015, and it's spreading across other value chains. So, and that is linked to off-takers. So the farmers need to be in groups. It's not about individual farmers, so that information asymmetry, training, and any support that needs to be given is given into organized groups. So there are programs, but we need to spread these programs across the states, across the value chains that are important, and keep expanding and scaling year on year. But we need to do it with focus and seriousness. And the states have responsibility to take charge of their farmers with the local government offices and put them into these organized groups.
Okay, so Lois, one of the issues that I believe a lot of smallholder farmers have raised is the fact that access to finance may be a bit difficult for them. So are there any partnership-based sort of value chain financing models that really work in this market that we've seen so far?
Yes, there are. The Anchor Borrower is a value chain financing model, and there are various versions of the same model. Basically, dealing with individual farmers is not efficient. It's not going to take us out of where we are. Dealing with groups of farmers is the way forward. Groups of organized, trained farmers. It's easy to provide them with inputs. It's easy to provide them with information. It's easy for them to also organize themselves. Sometimes they don't even need this external financing. Once they are coordinated and trained with good agricultural practices, with financial skills, they are able on their own to put funds together to even build warehouses where they can have communal warehousing to store products, and then use sell these things later, and they'll also borrow from that within the cooperative. And then eventually they get strong enough and they can take money from outside. Half of the times they don't even need the external funding. But that level of coordination must exist for them to have a voice on what happens to their produce, for them to negotiate also as a group.
I was just wondering the kind of support these category of farmers get from banks. I mean, especially banks that have a focus on agriculture, banks that have a focus on SMEs.
Yes, we have a focus on agriculture. We also we are very strong in SME. But like I said, you can't be training individual farmers. Now, and then it's not really our area of core competence to organize farmers. It's the responsibility of states and local governments to organize their farmers. In such organized groups, we as banks can offer free financial services that helps them to be able to keep good records and know whether they're making profits, separate their personal incomes and expenses, and then see what they're making from their agro-businesses and move out of this micro bucket where they are, the subsistence level where they are, into small and medium entrepreneurs, and then they can do it properly, and then we can eventually insinuate financing. There's a lot of funds in central bank. There's a lot of funds with our banks, our own funds that we can put there, but we cannot deal with individual farmers.